Hi, my name is Kelly Carlstead, and I'm a Senior Ruby Ambassador with Access Worldwide. Today, I'm just coming to you to do a quick training on how to handle objections when inviting people to try your products or to join your business. The system that I'm going to run through today is called the Feel, Felt, Found method. This is a great topic to really dig into. It can really set you free, because we know that we don't live in a perfect world, right? We were made to be skeptical humans. Did you jump on board right away when somebody asked you to try their products or join their business? Probably not. You probably had some questions or objections, right? And when some people get an objection or a question, they shut down and they think it's a no. And so they stop and they don't continue on with the conversation. But I want to clarify that with you. And I want you to think about it this way. An objection is just an invitation to have a conversation. So I want to say that again, and I want you to write that down. An objection is just an invitation to have a conversation. And so that's simply all it is. And when I'm looking and anticipating an objection when I visit with somebody, if you're expecting that right out of the get-go, you are more apt to be prepared and be able to handle it. By learning this skill, you can simply validate their concerns right away. Expecting objections and questions takes the sting and the fear out of the asking or the sharing. It'd be more strange if somebody said or everybody said yes right away. People want to be heard, and they when you think of it, they don't know what you know. And so it's our job to listen to them, to validate their concerns in a loving, caring way, and to share empathy with them. So it's important to practice this skill and just keep getting better and better at it. The good news is the objections rarely change. I get similar objections all the time, whether it be for the products or the business. When you reach out to somebody and they say something other than yes, basically anything that follows, well, thanks, but, or maybe you will hear something like, no, because. Whenever you hear those types of things, anything following that will generally be the objection. And all this means is that you haven't made it valuable enough to them yet. They are saying, I don't quite have the belief built that I need for me to do whatever it is that you want me to do. And so they don't have enough knowledge. And then it is our job to realize that that is just an invitation for a conversation to share more knowledge with them. This is the invitation that you need to expect. So the skill to learn here is what we call the Feel, Felt, Found method. The top leaders in our industry use this because it works. So basically, it tells your prospect that, oh my gosh, I hear what you say. I feel what you're feeling. I hear you. What you're saying to me is relevant and important. And then, relating to them. So I say, I understand how you feel. I felt the same way. But this is what I found. And then you share. You may find some stories that are specifically relatable to their objection, and then continue on with that. This method is not only useful for signing up new customers or new business builders, but it also works after they're on the products or sharing the business with others. And, there are many hurdles that we go through in our day when we're doing something like this. And so it's very helpful in those ways as well. And, Feel, Felt, Found works with just about everything that we handle on a daily basis. It works with our kids. It works with our spouse. It works with our coworkers. So you can get really good at it by practicing it in many different ways throughout your day. Okay, so now we're going to go through the top objections that you may hear if you're asking people to try your products. So one of the top ones that I hear a lot is, I can't afford it. And so what this tells me is that I personally have not made it valuable enough to that person that I'm sharing with. So basically, what you want to tell them is, if I could show you how I've already solved your problem, would you then try it? And so I would say something like, oh, I feel, or I understand how you feel. I felt the same way. But what I found was, after starting the products, I was able to get off of 6 different prescription meds. So that saved me a lot of money right there. I haven't gone to the doctor other than a yearly checkup in 2 years. And I find that I'm not craving the junk food and the fast food like I once did. So I'm saving a lot of money right there. If I could show you how you could also get to that point, would you be interested in taking a look? And so, right there, you're giving them an example, you're you're showing them empathy and giving them a solution. Another one that I've heard is, I've tried it all before and nothing seems to work. So right there, I would say something like this. Listen, I totally understand how you feel. I felt the same way too. I have tried everything under the sun. And, I started thinking that maybe this was my new normal. Maybe this is just the way of life that I would have to live. But what I have found is, if you address the root issues of your health, your body can perform in the way that it was created to perform. What if this is the last thing that you ever have to try? And if I could show you how this could work for you, would you be open to hearing more? And then moving to the other side of things and talking about business objections, something that I hear a lot of times is, I don't have the time. And so what they may be thinking is, oh my gosh, she must spend all day long trying to, sell to people or what have you. But you need to show them, and you need to talk to them about how they can work it into the nooks and crannies of their day. So something that you could say is, I understand how you feel. I felt the same way. I didn't think that there was any way I could fit one more thing into my day. However, what I found was that I could do this in the nooks and crannies of my day. I may have an extra 10 minutes during my lunch hour, or I might have a few minutes while I'm waiting for my son or daughter to get out of school. And while I'm in the car line, I can be on my phone. And so those are ways that you can handle that. Another objection that I hear a lot when I ask somebody to share is, I need my own results first. And so that's valid. We have to validate that, because that is how a lot of us felt in the beginning. But everyone's story is different. And so you can let them know, I understand how you feel. I felt that same way in the beginning too. But when my friend pointed out to me that everybody has a different story, and while my story is different than your story might be different than somebody that needs these products. And so if I could show you how you could share with others without being salesy or creepy or what have you, would you be open to hearing a little bit more? And so the other thing, the last one is a good one too, is, I'm not a salesperson. And basically there, what you're saying to them is, I understand how you feel. I felt the same way. But what I found was, we simply share things all day long with our friends and family. I went to a great restaurant last night and had super service. So I couldn't wait to share with my friends and family the service that we got and what we ate. And, sometimes you will watch a good movie or read a good book. And when something like that adds value to your life, you're excited to share it with your friends and family. And so by using these products, you will definitely find value in that. And so it's great and natural to share with your friends and family what these products can do for you. And so what I want you to learn from this is that I don't want you to cower from the objections. I want you to lean into the objections and follow up based on those objections. And so if they're just an absolute no, ask them if you can follow up with them at a later date. And most of the time I will get a yes. And so following up with somebody that says that they can't afford it would be to offer them some samples or let them know when there's a good special going on. To follow up with somebody who says that maybe they're already healthy. Well, there you might be able to find some good testimonials of people that felt the same way, or you might be able to find some great information, gut health information or supplement information and research from a site like PubMed. Following up on the business objections to those people that say they don't have time, maybe you'll send them a little diamond documentary of somebody that was really, really crazy busy, a full-time job, 5 kids, all the things, and send that to them and get what their response might be to that. Those people that say they need their own results first before they share a testimony, share testimonials with them from other people so that they do understand that there are so many people out there that are dealing with many, many, many different things that may not exactly relate to what they're dealing with, but that could be helped from using these products. And the old, I'm not a salesperson objection, encourage accountability partners. So instead of having them look at it as the business or a business, encourage them to just invite a couple family or friends to join them in the journey and have them do this together, because we all know that when you do something like this with somebody, you're more apt to stick with it and be held accountable and see the success that you're looking for. So I know this was quick, but I hope that you got some validation out of it or some valuable information here and can use it in your business. Thanks for joining me. Have a good day.